Hello. Please hit like button and subscribe my channel. Also press bell icon for future video notifications. Thanks.
A new study published in Nature Communications suggests that the extinction of North America's largest mammals was not driven by overhunting by rapidly expanding human populations following their entrance into the Americas. Instead, the findings, based on a new statistical modeling approach, suggest that populations of large mammals fluctuated in response to climate change, with drastic decreases of temperatures around 13,000 years ago initiating the decline and still, humans may have been involved in more complex and indirect ways than simple models of overhunting suggest. Before around 10,000 years ago, North America was home to many large and exotic creatures, such as mammoths, gigantic ground-dwelling sloths, larger-than-life beavers, and huge armadillo-like creatures known as glyptodons. But by around 10,000 years ago, most of North America's animals weighing over 44 kilograms, also known as megafauna, had disappeared. Researchers from the Max Planck Extreme Events Research Group in Jena, Germany, wanted to find out what led to these extinctions. The topic has been intensely debated for decades, with most researchers arguing that human overhunting, climate change, or with a new statistical approach, the researchers found strong evidence that climate change was the main driver of extinction. The large animals did not possess the appropriate anti-predator behaviors to deal with a novel, highly social, tool-wielding predator, which made them particularly easy to hunt. Not everyone agrees with this idea, however. Many scientists have argued that there is too little archaeological evidence to support the idea that megafauna hunting was persistent or widespread enough to cause extinctions. Instead, significant climatic and ecological changes may have been to blame. Around the time of the extinctions, between 1500 and 1200, the first was a period of abrupt warming that began around 14,700 years ago, and the second was a cold snap around 12,900 years ago during which the northern hemisphere returned to near glacial conditions. One or both of these important temperature swings, and their ecological ramifications, have been implicated in the megafauna extinctions. A common approach has been to try to determine the timing of megafauna extinctions and to see how they align with human arrival in the Americas or some climatic event, says Matthew Stewart, co-lead author of the study. Without those long-term patterns, all we can see are rough coincidences. Date says data to test these conflicting hypotheses. The authors used a new statistical approach developed by W. Christopher Carlton, the study's other co-lead author, and published last year in the Journal of Quaternary Sci. Unlike established approaches, the new method better accounts for uncertainty in fossil dates. The major problem with the previous approach is that it blends the uncertainty associated with radiocarbon dates with the process scientists are trying to identify. Using simulation studies where we know what the real patterns in the data are, we have been able to show that the new method does not have the same problems. As a result, our method is able to do a much better job capturing through time changes in population levels using the North American megafauna extinctions. The authors applied this new approach to the question of the late Quaternary North American megafauna extinctions. In contrast to previous studies, the new findings show that megafauna populations fluctuated in response to climate change. Megafauna populations appear to have been increasing as North America began to warm around 14,700 years ago, states Stewart. However, It is important to scientifically demonstrate that there was a relationship, and even if there was, the causes may have been much more indirect, such as through habitat modification, than a killing frenzy as humans arrived in a region. Only then will we develop a comprehensive understanding of the late Quaternary megafauna extinction event. Please support our channel to grow by pressing subscribe button as well as the bell icon for daily science updates. Thank you.